Today, I'll be showing you guys how to prioritize your network connection on your laptop or PC quite easily, so not a lot of steps. For this, we'll be using an application that comes pre-installed with most laptops. Well, not most, but it's fairly easy to get anyway. And this application is Killer Control Center, which comes with the Killer Performance Suite. As you can see, this is the logo for the control center. I'm going to open it up right here. Here it is. This is the Killer Control Center. And we will be using the multimedia tab because to speed up our performance in Wi-Fi, we are probably doing it for either gaming or streaming services, which both fall under multimedia. And basically these optimizations that I'm going to show you and also the mode will make it so that your game becomes the priority of your network, and a lot of the background apps which would tend to hog bandwidth will be paused and won't affect your network, allowing you to play smoothly. At least that's how it should work, and it's how it worked for me. So first I'm going to show you guys the prioritization engine. This first page is not really that important. You can change up the order of things. This is a basic priority thing, but the regular is perfectly fine. First we have the prioritization engine. Now here we can see this is a bunch of applications. Now this only shows the applications that are currently running in the background or are running in any way really. You can toggle between that setting, doesn't really matter. But basically when you have a game that has been struggling to perform under Wi-Fi, or you just prefer better ping, you're going to open it and it's going to show up right here. And right now I don't have anything open, so nothing's showing up. But I'll just show you an example with say uh, OBS Studio. Also be careful when you're scrolling because it tends to change the values. But here you can see this is the highest priority. This is the lowest priority. You can change that at your will, obviously. And if you've got a game that's struggling, just put it on the highest priority. And same with any other applications really that you've been having network issues with. So it will become the primary target of all the bandwidth. So it gets good network performance. Next we have the intelligence engine. This is not too important. It will suggest some optimizations which you can go and do, and you can see which ones are easy to do and which ones look like they'll work, because none of these really had too much of an effect for me. Prioritization engine was a game changer though. Wi-Fi analyzer, not really important at all. It just shows you how different Wi-Fis are performing, and we are trying to actually improve the performance of these Wi-Fis. So analyzing them won't really help us since we don't want to read graphs. And the next, which is a mode, is game fast. Now this is game fast. It comes under multimedia. And as you can see, these are a lot of the background applications which game fast will pause when you enable it. And basically what this will do is it will make it so that all of the network that these applications would have used in the first place, and even RAM and so on, system resources, since they're being paused, you get to dedicate all of that to your game or whatever you're streaming. So your performance will obviously improve and it'll be a lot smoother for sure. As you can see, there is a lot of options down here as well, which are services that right now these aren't enabled by default. Now if you want to enable them, just make sure you know what they are and that they aren't necessary, but you can go and do that. I haven't, as I haven't seen any need for it as of yet. My Wi-Fi performs just fine with the regular optimizations right here. And to enable game fast, you simply click this. I'm not doing it right now since I'm not playing a game or anything, but if I was, I probably would. Also, with this option, you can automatically enable game fast when a game is detected. And while that does seem very convenient, in my experience, sometimes this doesn't exactly tend to work. So I suggest just testing it once with your computer first and then making sure that it's actually turning on before you decide to set this as default. Because you cannot actually turn on game fast while this slider is here. You have to turn it off and then do it. But that is that. This is a very useful feature, especially when you're gaming. And here we have wireless extend, not really useful to us in any way because, well, as you can see, it's a network extender and hotspot type system. And I also don't really fully understand it or know what it is because I've never used it. But it really doesn't help us in any way. And the most important things here, definitely, prioritization engine and game fast. With both of these, you should be able to improve your game performance, streaming site performance, and so on by quite a bit, especially if the issue that your PC had was background programs. And doing this is a lot easier than a lot of the other ways to speed up your Wi-Fi, because in that you have to go to your router properties, you have to change IPv4 addresses and so on, and it really gets a bit complicated for not much of a turnout. And this is, well, it's easy. So even if it doesn't work out well, you can just try it, because it could make a big change on your gaming experience. And everybody who games knows how important it actually is to have good Wi-Fi and ping. So that pretty much concludes Killer Control Center. You can try out the optimizations that I showed you, and I hope that they do make your gaming experience smoother. And on that note, I do make other videos like this on similar topics and other things like reviewing stuff and all that. So if you like the video, go ahead, subscribe, or don't. Anyway, see ya.